Hey guys, welcome back to Entertainment Unlocked. It's been a while, hasn't it? I apologize for not getting here sooner. There's been a lot of things going on in the world, but I'm here to bring you back with the current news that is going on. Today I'm going to not Tusk. I'm going to talk about three subjects: movie and anime movie news, game-related news, and the today we get a special Why Japan? Why? Today we'll start off with our anime movie news. Okay, so today in anime movie news, I want to let everybody know if people, for all you Japan viewers who are living in Japan, or Westerners living in Japan, or people who actually are just paying attention to what's going on in Japan, um, on the 14th of October, uh, it was released the Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel movie. Now, this movie is showing in select theaters across Japan, and I'm assuming it's been a week already, so I think it's going to show for about another week or so, and then they'll be done with. Um, Now, this movie has been hyped up for quite a while. I don't know what it's going to be in the West, but we may expect to see it, I don't know, sometime next year, possibly. Um, but what's interesting about the fact is that I was searching around, looking at promotional posters and people, taking clips upon the Heaven's Feel movie, and I noticed that people were looking at the promotional posters outside the theater that's supposed to, go up during the viewing week and the viewing days. And I noticed that all artwork that's hand sketched, and these hand sketches looked like, well, how about I just show you? They look like this, or this, or this, or this. Now, here's the thing. My first opinion of this thought was like, it goes to my brain, is, um, did they get an amateur to draw these, like a middle schooler, an elementary schooler? Because uh, it doesn't seem like it would promote the movie very well. And then, digging a bit deeper, I discovered that this was probably a plan on the producers because these drawings were done by the Seiyu. Seiyu, for people who don't know, is the voice actors or actresses. And so these artworks, drawing posters that were hand sketched, were done by the Seiyus themselves. And so I thought to myself, okay, that's pretty acceptable. I can't bash them about that. And it's pretty interesting about this marketing plan that they're doing because I'm assuming that this will, show a bit more personality and insight, to fans and otakus around saying, hey, well, what do you know? I guess they must really like the movie. They're doing sketches. And I'm assuming that whatever the movie production house decides to do with these hand drawn posters, they could either go back to the seiyus themselves as mementos, go up on auction, and I'm assuming all of the otaku and fans will, swarm over for the posters, or they just nothing may be done with them. They just may go into the production house back in storage and nothing happens. So yeah, that was what I was interested about seeing. And so yeah, it's a little bit of a feature. So if you're in Japan, and you happen to be at near a theater that's has Fate Stay Night, Heaven's Feel playing, go on and, and take a picture with yourself next to it. It's pretty interesting. And maybe do some research. And if anybody in the comments knows down below, please let me know what's going to happen with these posters after they're done. For all you Japan dwellers, we in Japan land, please let me know. And on to the next news is our game news. So, in our game news, we're getting something interesting that hasn't happened in quite a long time. Um, we're getting a new event for the Final Fantasy Mobius. Now, for those who don't know who Final Fantasy Mobius is, I'll post a picture right up here to show you the artwork and stuff. And I will tell you what it's about. Final Fantasy Mobius is a game, but it is a mobile game for the iOS, and the Android. This event is going to be kicked off by Square Enix themselves, of course, because they're the ones that developed it. Um, but this is going to be a event that tells what happens to Titus in between Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2. Now, this is rather interesting because we haven't gotten any Final Fantasy X info since the remaster, which was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, um, possibly a little bit longer. But when the original Final Fantasy came out, it was in 2001, and Final Fantasy X-2 came out in 2003. So it's been probably over 10 years since our last Final Fantasy X story game. And what's interesting about this is that it's not going to be done by side producers. It's going to be a how do I say? It's going to be a full-on project. Now, if you remember, like Final Fantasy X, the Eternal Calm, which had the cinematic cut scene, it told the prequel to Final Fantasy X-2. It was made as a bonus disc on the Final Fantasy X International Unlimited Sega and the official U.S. PlayStation and the PlayStation magazine. Um, so, so this event is going to be called Dream Within a Dream, and it's going to be produced um, by Yoshinori Kitase, and the Final Fantasy Mobius director is going to be none other than Motomu Toriyama is going to be partnering along with this. And what's going to be thankful about this is, of course, since it's the director of the mobile game, is actually going to hire on the core cast developers from Final Fantasy X, the original game. They'll be working on their respective roles for what to do, and it's also going to include the lead writer, scenario writer Daisuke Watanabe, and who was also involved in the original Final Fantasy, screenplay, or how should I say, not screenplay since it's not a movie, for the uh, script for this event that's going to go on. So at least we can say that it's in good hands. Um, it's available. Final Fantasy Mobius is available on iPhone and Android right now. Dream Within a Dream collaboration event is currently ongoing in the Japanese version. If you have the Japanese version, and for all you Japan people, again, better get on it before the event ends, and we'll probably likely see the event sometime next year in the West for people who can't speak Moon or read Moon runes slash Japanese. So yeah, um, that is our interesting news for Final Fantasy. Now, what comes next is the why Japan? Why? And what we're seeing here in the Why Japan Why is apparently a self promotion uh, or self inventor, should we say. He's marketing a anti theft device for umbrellas. Now, I found this on Twitter through my local, feeds and also through Reddit and the like. And I was taking a look at it, and it's kind of creepy. I mean, it might do its job. It's supposed to be, prevent, people from stealing your umbrella when because here at Japan, if you don't know, is that you stick your umbrella in a little cart when you go inside, and then when you come back out, you pull it up. And oftentimes in Japan, people just pick up random umbrellas. And so if you have a really nice umbrella, and it's maybe have as a figure as it has plastered your favorite anime character on it, or if it's expensive, has nice velvet or something like that, you may be pretty peeved and want to protect your umbrella from uh from getting stolen. So what exactly is this anti-theft device? It's this foam pad thing with a buckle on it that wraps around your handle, and I'll show pictures up here.
Why? 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 Why?
On the sides, if you can see. Now, as you can tell, they look pretty creepy. I mean, they go around the handle, but it's like this monolith eyeball thing that's open wide to look at you. Um, so yeah, like here's the thing is that when it's like not stretched around the umbrella, it looks slightly closed, but when it's stretched around, it's like wide open. So when the person decides to open up the umbrella, they'll see this eye staring back at them. Uh, Talk about creepy. Now, the product's creator, you know, he did this. He says he did it on a hobby, but it's now he wants to sell them. Is it because it's October? Is it because it's Halloween? Um, I'm sorry, guys. I'm confused here. Um, all I can say is, why Japan? Why? Oh, it doesn't make sense. So I guess it's helpful, but it's along those creepy factors. So, anyways, um, that covers today's news. I hope you enjoyed this vlog from Entertainment Unlocked, and I'll probably see everybody in the next video. And before I go, please, if you like this video, please check check that subscribe button. If it is red, it means that you are not subscribed. Um, and so please click that. It will turn gray, and it will mean that you are subscribed. Also, if you want to get notified for current updates on new videos that came out, mind you that there'll be sporadic releases, but at least the bell notification icon will let you know when something new is coming out. I will try to get back on the stuff that's on my backlog for delays. I wanted to at least try to do unboxings with a better camera. I'm probably going to have to revert back to this webcam, which is up here on here. So, anyways, that's it for the news and video log updates for today, and I hope to see you guys again. Bye bye.